Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. And today I have a very special guest who actually just came to Mongolia, arrived in Ulaanbaatar literally like 4 hours ago, landed here in Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar, and then spent 2.5 hours in traffic, apparently. Not a very good advertisement for my country, but that's the fact. Okay, so now I'm here with Mr. Weerawat, and who is a regional director of this Nurnberg Associates Bangkok. And thank you very much for having time.
Yes, thank you to you too for having me.
Thank you so much. I know you're tired from the road and a little bit of air traffic.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a sneak peek of Mongolian traffic and
yes,
winter
and
traffic.
I know it firsthand. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So now I know you have such a short time, but now you're here to attend 35th Book Fair of Mongolia, right?
Yes, the Ulaanbaatar Book Fair, 35th Ulaanbaatar Book Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So how did you find out this event, and what is your connection with the book world and Ulaanbaatar Book Fair organizers?
Yes, let me tell you about the story of ANA Bangkok first. Okay. ANA Bangkok, Nurnberg Associates Bangkok office has launched last year, and we are one of the office of ANA Bangkok, ANA International, and Nurnberg Associates International, which have a main office in London, and we are another office among the 13 offices around the world. And we just opened last year ANA Bangkok, and ANA Bangkok handle in 3 territories like Thailand, Indonesia, and Mongolia. Yes, so we handle literally agents. We are literally agencies that handle 3 territories.
I see.
Yeah, so it is my main interest to come here and explore the book market in Ulaanbaatar, because I'm handling this. So this is the very special opportunity for me to be here.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Great, great. I really wish that you can find, very interesting aspects of Mongolia, and also, I don't know, in my opinion, book has always been popular in Mongolia. I believe also, as any other countries, intellectual side of Mongolia is always connected with the books, right? And yeah, it's I think in recent years, especially youngsters in Mongolia, we're reading a lot.
Yes, this one is really interesting because book market in Mongolia just beginning, right? It's just a small market, but as I talk to many Mongolian publishers, their interest in titles is really interesting because they're interested in good titles, like for non-fiction, right? In good title, in classic titles. So I think it's really interesting for the small market like this.
So in your opinion, in Mongolia, market is expanding, book market is expanding?
Yes, in my sales record, of course, they are spending and expanding. Yes, and I'm sure that there's a lot more publishers, new publishers begin in Ulaanbaatar, right?
Yeah. So this Nurnberg Associates is, of course, it's a famous, world famous, one of the biggest, publishers, right?
Literally agencies.
Agencies. I see. So how I believe, I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but I believe you have how to say? I'll edit that. So, okay. So I believe Andrew Nurnberg Associates has, ownership of a copyright of the authors or something like that. And how do you work? How does it work? Like if, because you are in charge for Mongolian market,
Yes.
so what will be the main operations of yours connected to Mongolia?
Yes, as ANA Bangkok is a literary agency, so the the um, the main thing that ANA Bangkok do is we represent authors and publishers and another agencies around the world in Mongolia. For example, in Mongolia, right? Because we represent many authors and publishers and agencies around the world in Thailand, Indonesia, and Mongolia. So, if, for example, if some publishers want the rights, translation rights to this A title, and I represent the author of this A title, the publisher can come to me and acquiring rights from me for this author. So it would be easier for the publishers.
Yes. Okay. So, for example,
Yeah.
if I want to translate one book from English to Mongolian, I can connect with you and ask for a collaboration or
Yes.
copyright.
First of all, I think the problem with the publishers is they don't know who to contact with about the title that they want to write. So first, you can ask me if I represent this title or not. If not, maybe I can provide you the information of who control the rights of the title.
I see.
Yes.
That's really nice.
Yes,
Okay, this is actually, you are sort of like a window or door to the so many, authors around the world,
You can
global
say that.
authors.
Yeah, you can say that. Yes, that's the main duty of the literary agency, to make the work of publishers easier.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
I will note that down because as I talked to you before, I am a translator myself.
Yeah.
So another thing that I read about you on your little introduction text, you mentioned that you want to help Mongolian authors and Mongolian writers to go global. I mean, like you want to help them and also explore and discover them, and wanted to help them to go global. So let's talk about that and how do you see that's happening first, and also why are you interested in Mongolian literature, Mongolian, the writers?
Yes. Okay. You mean Mongolian authors?
Yes.
Right. When we're talking about literary rights, it's go both way, right? I sell the rights from the Western author to the Mongolian, and also I can also sell the rights of the Mongolian author to the Western or to the Asia or to another countries. So if I find the interesting Mongolian titles, which I know I will find it, because there's a lot of interesting author in Mongolia as I talk to Mongolian publishers, and we can work it out if you want to sell the rights, translation rights to other countries. Yeah.
I see.
So in a way, it will make the work of local authors easier also, not just the publishers' works.
I see. But then you will have to translate it into some other languages, right?
Yes, but that would be another process. Yes. So the process that we're talking about is to introduce the titles or the authors, Mongolian authors, to the world, to let them know who they are and what they are writing about. Yes, that's the first step. Yeah.
I see. Is there any particular author that you are interested to work with from Mongolia? Not yet?
Not yet. Yes.
You're going to explore now?
Yeah, I wish I come here and I can explore about the
I see.
the very talented authors. Yes.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay.
I I will find definitely. Yeah.
I see. Then, Aaron, in terms of translation of the book, I know that in Mongolia, no, for the global scale, there are only few Mongolian authors' work has been translated into English. But I know some of the famous ones are all already translated into French or English or into German, but there are actually very few. So how do you see that, this translation process is actually a huge deal, I think. And also, as a Mongolian, I know there are only few very professional, good translators who are constantly overloaded. So how do you see that process?
I think for the translation part of the work, I think when let's say when the English publisher interested in this Mongolian title and they acquiring the rights already, then I think they will do the translation themselves.
Okay.
Yes, but for the work of the Mongolian translators is that they have to translate it, the book as a sample, maybe just 3 chapters to introduce the title to the publishers.
I see.
Right. Yes, to make them interested. And when it comes to translation the whole book after the rights is sold, it would be the job of publishers who bought the rights.
I see. So I really hope that many Mongolian writers and authors will publish their book in many different languages, not only in English, right?
Yes. I hope so. Because like in Thailand and in Indonesia, they have a lot of interesting authors also, and they kind of have sold some of them into English languages, French languages. Yeah. Maybe it would happen with the Mongolian author also.
I see. Okay. So one thing I've learned from my translation project, which I spent almost over a year, and it was, first of all, I did my bachelor in British studies.
Yeah.
So I've learned, cultural study. I've learned English literature and everything, but I find it really hard. But the thing is, because I really wanted to translate it well, first of all, and then the story plot and everything that is, written in this book is something that I know. I felt it. When there is talked about a table, I know exactly what kind of table is that. So that helped me a lot, understanding and knowing the context of the whole book. And then when it comes to other, that's why I think it was easier part for me, but also at the same time, the cultural aspect of nomadism, like when it comes to nomad herders family, everyday chore, it was very different. And sometimes there are only things that only exist in Mongolia. And then I had to explain a little bit and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, so that's why I believe that when it comes to this translation part, you always hire a local translator or not? It doesn't matter, or?
As I have worked with Thai publishers for a long time, right? When it comes to translation, if there are some, technical terms or specific topics that is not normal, generally the translator will get some advice from the one who knows about that field of works or that field of things that they don't know. So I think it's the kind of have some advice Yeah, because you cannot have a translator that translated exactly the topic that you want, like yourself. Because you translate this title because you know everything, every detail of it.
Yeah.
But that's hard to find the translator that know every detail in the book, like yourself. So the way to do that is to get some advice from the one who knows. Yes, that's the way we do, and the work will be good enough. The quality of the translation will be good enough because of that. Yeah.
How long does it take for one author to go all during the whole process? Let's say, for example, this book.
Yeah.
Like, how long does it take usually to go through the processes and then release on a global market?
You mean the process of translation?
There's a releasing books. Like how does it work? I mean, for example, if I have a book, I want to, and then your office agrees to translate the book, and then publish it, right? And then I believe you have this, bookstores and channels to distribute and sell. But until that, how long does it usually take? Obviously, it will depend on the book, but
yes, there's a lot of there's a lot of things to concern, right? Like in translation. How long will it take? It depends on the topic of the books. If the topic is very specific and have a lot of information of that, it should take longer. Yes.
No wonder.
So it will depend on many factors, like the easy or hard of the topics or the contents, and how thick it is.
Right. Of course, yeah. Yeah.
So I think it's around 6 months from the beginning of the acquiring rights to the book release. So I think it's around 6 months.
I see.
More or less.
I was just interested.
Yeah.
Because I have plans.
Yes, especially about like this one that have in-depth information of the nomad. It should take some time, I guess.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. That's very interesting. So okay, so now you're going to attend the book fair, and you're going to explore and see how the book world in Mongolia
Very
is.
exciting.
Yeah. How are you excited? What do you expect? I mean,
as I have watched some past fair of the Ulaanbaatar Book Fair, I think what I expect is just a pure first hand on the ground of the book fair, and let's see what is it, how is it works, and how the readers select the books, and how the publishers sell the books. So because the publisher and the reader cannot be part from it, they have to connect, right? The publisher have to acquire the titles that readers want to read, right? So I expect to know what the Mongolian readers want to read. So I can provide the titles that suit for the readers, and of course it will suit the publishers also.
I see. And what kind of titles do you have in your mind, like top of your head?
Actually, I have a lot of titles because I represent many authors and many publishers. The big one like HarperCollins, like Inkwell, WME, and Simon & Schuster. So I have a lot of titles, and I think they all are very interesting titles. So it's like I said, it depends on the readers. what they want to read right now or next years.
Yeah, in the future, right?
Yeah, it's
I
depending.
see. Yeah, I really hope that you can find something you really, wanting to find. I mean, because it's in Mongolia, the book fair is already became like a book ceremony. And because I've attended the last two book fairs, and then before that I didn't know that it was such a big deal in Mongolia, because I only thought that maybe some authors just go there and then just present their work, whatever, but then I just realized that this book fair is such a big event in Mongolia that not only readers and authors meet on spot, but also at the same time, the authors also meet to each other and talk and share their experience, and then also they really it's almost like a prediction of their next, journey. And then also, as you said, this is another, event that we can actually see and almost like do research on the readers, trend, like what they're interested in. Yeah, that's actually really good.
What you said is really important, because if you want to to make the book market grow, the sharing of the information from all parties that related is very important, because what readers want to read, what publishers want to publish, and what author want to write. These three have to come in a way, some sort of have a good combination, and the market can grow from that.
I see. It's they have to meet at some point together, and then because that's the literally stirring the market.
Yeah. Yes.
I see. That's a very good point to make a little bit of short reels. Yeah. All right. I know you're very, very tired. Thank you so much. So I really wish you a good stay. Have a good stay, and also enjoy the book fair. Hopefully tomorrow I will see you at the book fair, and I will have my own little booth. And and please visit my booth.
Sure. Yes,
I will be holding this book, everyone. This one. And I wish you good luck, and thank you for coming to Mongolia. And also I really wish that the window that you opened for Mongolian authors world, book world, will be supportive, vice versa, to both Mongolian readers, also global readers as well. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you to you too. Yes.
Thank you so much, and see you at the book fair.
See you.
See you all. Bye bye. What's up?
Yeah, sure. English version.
So basically, this is a very good, a selling book, and I will send you those, feedbacks. So I've added these feedbacks from the last, in the previous publication. They read these are readers, feedback, and it's a very, 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 very personal talk. Bye bye. I really want to publish it in other countries.
Yes.
And especially tourists, every single time I sell it in State Department store or the bookstores, but also at the same time during the tourist season I put it at the tourist camps, popular ones. And then last year I did not make a fortune, but it just finished. So a lot of time I did work for US Peace Corps, and I did work for international organizations like UNDP, United Nations and stuff. So I did have lots of colleagues, and also through my tourism experience, I did have so many friends, foreigners. But then they always ask one thing, Dulgun, with all due respect, there's only 2 gears, like Mongolian yurt accommodation in the countryside, how the 2 gears and maybe 500 sheep, and then 1 motorbike and maybe solar panel. Oh my goodness, how they're living here, right? Isn't it hard? And then survive how -30, -40, but how do they do? How do they do it? And then in their eyes, it's actually very unusual. Also at the same time, they think that maybe they suffer, but then no. There is I always explained about happiness of Mongolian nomads, like herders, horsemen, for example. What are those are the aspects and points that you can never feel, but those are enormously happiness of nomads, something like that. So I always see.
I took it on the plane. Yeah, so I want to know what is this.
Little things.
What is this line? It's a road?
Road, yes.
Road?
Yeah.
And they have a black one also.
The black one is probably the asphalt.
What's it?
Asphalt, the good road, like a paved road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Also
the black one is road.
But made with asphalt.
Yes.
Okay.
The other one is a dirt road.
It's just a plain.
I know.
Like this.
I know. So basically, they always ask that, and I always had to explain that they have their own way of living. This nomadic lifestyle is not just poor style of living. In a way, it's actually when it comes to intellectually, when it comes to now we're talking about minimalism. Now we're talking about sustainability. But then they had this for hundreds of years, and this is a tradition. But they didn't.
Still is, right?
It still is, but they didn't choose it on purpose. Like one day, oh my goodness, we have to live minimal. We have to live in a sustainable way. They didn't choose that, but the weather aspect, landscape.